Alright then, so 3 types of defenders have now been released. The melee defenders, I think the major and range equivalents are going to be out next year, possibly. So I'm going to go for the Barrows one first. You need the Dragon Defender in order to get the Barrows Defender. You can either wield it or have it in the inventory when you loot the chest. And once I do have this, then I just need to use it on, I think, a Barrows weapon. And then I can get myself the Ancient Defender from next, as long as I have a Chaotic Splint. So yeah, that is going to be the plan. Obviously try and get all tier defenders in this video. Obviously I've still got the cow fight task from last episode, so I can get myself the Drygor one. So yeah, gonna do a few Barrows chests now, see if I can get this defender, and I'll let you know if we get any items along the way. Alright, so first item, second chest, Darok's helm, and also I've realised that this is a decent way for me to get KC towards final boss if I ever decide to go for it, because when I did do Barrows I didn't have an incentive. This new defender is now an incentive, so I am now happy doing Barrows. Alright, so I think I've done 5 chests or 6 chests now, and we've got a Guthin's helm, so I don't think I've had any of these items yet in the bank already, so I think that is items number 140 and 141 for the tab. So yeah, the tab's getting pretty big now. So still on the same inventory, and we get our third item, so 142 items in the tab now, with that being an RM staff. Still on the hunt for this defender, just got ourselves a Carol's pistol. That is almost a mil, so that's not too bad, that's quite nice. So a new item into the Barrows section of the loot tab. So I think that is my 22nd chest, and we get ourselves the corruption sigil, or sigil, which is required for the Barrows Defender, which I'll use that now on a weapon piece from Barrows, Dark's Great Axe or whatever, and then which this now enables us to go to next and get ourselves the Ancient Defender. We are now on the hunt for the Ancient Defender, first kill being Mage Logs, so I'm going to try and solo this defender if I can. I'll probably drag a few friends along just to do some duo speed kills with a Nihil if I end up going slightly dry, but for now I'm going to be doing a 2-hour session, so hopefully we can get an item at least. I'm not sure what's best, to have the defender in my inventory or to actually wield it, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just going to keep it in the inventory. I think that works, but that's the first Broom Restore drop in this 2-hour session. Hopefully it is the only one as well. Keeping the defender in the inventory, and we get more brews. So I'm not really quite sure if it will actually beam, so I've got to obviously double check that, but yeah, more brews, not so good of a drop, but actually it's actually not too bad of a drop, to be honest, because it's worth quite a bit. 1 Siphon Blood phases for days, and the drop is Runor, so I think we're closing in on 11k now, so that's pretty special. I think that's well over 100 million Runor alone, so that is very, very nice. Can't actually fault this trip so far, haven't had a single failed blood phase. Even though the drops haven't been too great just yet, I can't really complain, because obviously the GP is just so consistent at next. If you can nail down a solo, constant 5-minute solos at least, then yeah, you'll be all good to go. I think this is kill number 5, and more Mage Logs. Blue Charms though, that isn't too bad. I think we're coming up to 7k banked, even though they're useless for me now, but yeah, it's still a nice novelty item to have. When you start splashing at the end of Zaros, I would have been a sub 5 easily if I didn't splash. But we get more herbs, no sign of this defender piece just yet, but I've still got 71 minutes left of this next session, so got plenty of time. So that was another kill down, and we get more brews and restores. So my yak's about to die, so I'm going to try and pick up as many of these as I can. And also I have changed the looting system on brews and restore drops, so I can just loot them all and not have to keep picking them up manually. So much better, using the people on them, and you make bank. Didn't actually realise next is wearing a Santa hat as well, and we get more brews. But yeah, kind of cool how the bosses now wear Santa hats, obviously because it's Christmas, so yeah, not too bad. So that is 10 kills within around 50 minutes, which isn't too bad, I guess. Done 8 kills within the hour, so yeah, doing pretty well. Kill number 12 coming in with another beam, so Color, not too bad, 150k Color bang, looking lovely. Really can't complain about this next trip. I mean, my hits have been brilliant, the drops have been pretty good, but that has made them much better. The Onyx Bolts coming in there, I think we're on 25, 26k Onyx Bolts, coming up to 30k. I'm not sure whether I'll hit 30k or not before the end of this episode, but there's no harm in trying. Come on, back to back Onyx Bolts. never mind. I think this might be my last kill for this trip, because I don't know, Jagex tends to scam instances. I mean, I had 12 minutes remaining on this instance when I joined it, but I'm going to try and go back for one more kill if my instance allows me to. If not, then, I don't know, I might just do a little bit of something else, because I want to get 100 barrows kills. 95 at the moment, so I might just finish off to 100, and then obviously I got my defender as well, so can't really complain about that. And then I want to plod on with next, but I don't want to make it too boring for you guys. I will eventually get the defender, hopefully, in this episode. But I'll just go with the flow, deal with the bits and bobs. And we're doing a change of scenery at Bandos, coming in with the first item, 37 KC, and we get in Bandos Hill. So yeah, not too bad. I like the change of scenery. It's always motivating and always helpful. So yeah, Bandos Hill, nice first item. See if we can get a few more. Bandos Boots, KC number 31, obviously 31 Grotto kills, 124 overall KC, not too bad. A second item down. So hopefully we can get a few more within this 43 minutes left of this scrimshaw. So yeah, that is the time I'm going to be here for another 43 minutes, just using up my Vampirism scrimshaw, and just gain general Grotto KC towards the pet. Oh, and we get a Bandos helmet, so that is our third item. Coming up to the end of the trip now, because we have 14 minutes left. So yeah, getting there. Right then, so my scrimshaw has just depleted, done an hour and 10 minutes worth at Bandos, and we got ourselves 85 boss kills in total, which is very nice. And then what we'll do then, we may as well price check what we did get during that trip. Got 3 main items and also a dragon helm as well, which is kind of unfortunate, but we got helmet, hilt and boots. If we add in the other few bits and bobs, also got a Godsword shard as well. So almost 3.4 mil, not too bad with an hour and 10 minutes of a really low level type boss. And also it is going to be a method, like I've said a load of times, for 120 strength and maybe even 200 mil combat. So closing in on 80 mil right there, 5.9 mil until level 118, and yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, okay. I just got the defender. Hey, nice. So, Ancient Emblem, combine it with the Chaotic Splint. I think that's purchased with 150k Dunge tokens, and we get ourselves the Ancient Defender, which, yeah, looks pretty cool as well, I believe. So, we get a zoom in on that if we can. Yeah, it looks kind of snazzy. So, obviously, I've got this Calfight task, which I can use in my benefit to get this Drygor Defender, which hopefully we can get pretty soon. But for now, I'm going to continue duoing next until we feel like we're done. So yeah, almost a sub-overload Araxor coming in there. I didn't decide to re-overload just for 8k life points, but the loot then is Onyxes, so that's 95 for the bank, which is beautiful, along with the bruise, which is another perfect drop. Come on, let's go, back-to-back Onyx, I'm feeling it. Oh shit. So we gotta get another leg. Fuck's sake. Kill number 5, easy peasy, or 4, I can't even remember. I lose count just unbelievably easily. And we are 5.7 mil to 118 strength, so that's good. Loot then, Mage Seeds, nice. Kind of a close kill, but got that in the end with a Nihil. So I might switch it up to the Yak next kill or the kill after, I'll see how I get on. But the loot then is more Mage Seeds and Bruise, cracking drop. Don't know why, but I've got this Nihil method down very, very nicely. That was my 5th kill. And look at my inventory, and I usually, after my 4th or 5th kill, I do switch to the Yak, but I feel like I can just keep going strong with a Nihil for a good amount of more kills. So, the loot then, Battle Stats Bruise, more Bruise, so we've had 3 Brew drops, which is amazing. That's like almost, what, 200k in itself, just in them Brew drops. So that is awesome. I'm doing absolutely amazing with a Nihil. On my next kill will be number 7, so I'm still going strong in the inventory as well. I know it's path 2 and 3, so it's very, very easy to do. So yeah, I'm just proud of myself right now, to be honest. Almost 300 mage logs and more brews, so that is amazing as well. So that is 140% in rage with a Nihil still, so I'm going to switch it up to the Yak because I don't really want to die, because I do find when you die at Araxor it is really demotivating and I just don't want to go back. So I want to keep up this good DPSing and, you know, just general positivity while doing Araxor, because when you die, like I said, it's just so demotivating. Anyway, the loot then, a Trisk Fragment and a Pheromone. Now I would usually re-roll a Trisk Fragment, but we get the Pheromone, which is a hefty 3 to 4 mil right now, which I'm going to bank that one. So that kill was interesting. When I went to phase 4, Araxi decided to be a little sneaky bugger and cleave when I didn't even, like, during the animation, so I didn't even see it. So I signed again. I signed on the first kill and I've signed on my 8th kill. So yeah, not too bad. I've switched to the Yak now, playing it safe, just want to get some consistent kills. Obviously I'll reset either at 200% or 250 depending on how I'm, or 260 depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, we got one Pheromone which I'm happy with. Carry on with the loot then is more Mage Logs and Brews, can't complain, that's a good, I think the Brews are like still 20k each. So that is a good 240k drop in the Brews alone, plus the Mage Logs around 1k each, so yeah, nice 500k drop. So there's like no chance of me making a full leg in this episode, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this in the tab, and I'm going to use this as a piece of, obviously, the leg towards my next series on this account, which there will probably be already a video up what I'm going to be doing on my main after this series, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to obviously do something stupid like alk it or drop it. I'm going to keep it. It is slightly annoyed me because I would have liked to make another full leg in time for this episode to be complete and whatnot, but it's not going to happen because Path 1's still closed for another few days, and hopefully I should have this episode up and out by then, so it's kind of unfortunate. I don't really want to do bottom path either right now, not in the mood for it, so I'm just going to carry on doing middle. And it'll be funny if I get a few more middle leg pieces, but it would be kind of annoying at the same time. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to keep this in the tab. I'm not going to do something stupid like drop it or anything, but it's just going to count towards my next series, so yeah. Oh, I'm still doing middle path, so I'm quite bothered with bottom right now, like I just said in the previous clip. So if I get another back-to-back, it's going to be funny, but I want a weapon piece, so yeah, Hydrix Bolt Tips, that's not too bad. Come on, we want more onyxes. That is the goal here, is a weapon piece and more onyxes. So the loot then, overloads, cash, pet chance in that drop, and we're 373. Easy as that. So I think that was a personal record as well. Yeah, 528, even though it says like 520 at the top up there. I don't know how that works, but yeah, new record, 528. Isn't great, but it's still a nice kill. And the loot then is Cole Addy. Nice. Is coming in with the last kill now of this session. I'll probably go back later on. So yeah, done quite well. Got ourselves a middle leg piece and also 2 onyxes, which, yeah, I didn't really want a middle leg piece, but you know, no harm in getting one. And the loot then is U-Log, standard, restores, charms, stick it in the bank, and yeah, I might go to next now. I'm not really quite sure. Possibly will, or might even go back to Calfight King. So after a good amount of time having a Calfight task, I decided to try and go for my Calfight Defender whilst on task. So done the majority of these kills, trio and duo, a nice clip of Bubby dying there. After this kill I got Fireworks, and I was kind of sort of surprised. I got 80 more strength, wasn't expecting it. Almost another 120, and of course I am voiceovering these clips, they aren't live commentary. But the drops were quite kind to us, in a sense we got a lot of onyxes, mage seeds. I got an effigy there, I did see the beam, got slightly excited, and then realised it was only an effigy, but nonetheless it is free XP. But yeah, the majority of these kills, trio, and we've done a few duos as well. But yeah, like I said, a lot of mage seeds, a lot of onyx bolts, so that was always good. And then we did get ourselves a Drygor drop, as seen here. It was an offhand rapier, which was a nice split in a duo. So yeah, no luck on the defender yet, but hopefully you can go back soon. Oh my god, so I'm using the Marar aura, which you can only use you can use every 24 hours, but you can use, it has a 50% XP boost, or DPS boost rather, and you can only use that every 29 days I believe. So I'm using it for this 1 hour session at next. This is the first time I've used it, and I'm testing it out, and oh my god, it is ridiculous. I hit a 9.6k with snipe. It is just unreal, absolutely unreal. So if you guys, you know, are struggling with solo next, and you do have the Premier Club, then I would recommend trying that aura out at next, and you probably end up learning solo with that aura, and then afterwards you can just switch it up to a a ranging aura or whatever, and you should be good to go. But yeah, definitely if you're starting out, then this aura does help absolutely so much, you know, an amazing amount it helps. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous, absolutely OP. I'm getting like 4-minute, if that, kills. Obviously, Brew and Restore drops, I can't really pick up many because I'm using a Nihil. I can't put any items in my yak and pick them all up, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm just getting so fast kills. Probably going to get around 10 kills, I think, Stella, within this hour. Obviously, it only lasts for an hour. And we get Onyx Bolts, which is great. And also, I didn't actually realise that they'd updated it today. Obviously today isn't when you're going to be watching this video, but now Nex Nex has the same sort of health bar thing like Araxor. In a sense, it's on the top of the screen, so that's awesome to know. I mean, you don't have that painful scenario where the health bar disappears and you know what HP Nex is at before tagging to a minion. So yeah, that's a very nice and helpful update. Are we going to get an item? That is another question. But no, more brews and restores. Still got plenty of time. 39 minutes left on the aura. I'm not leaving it until my aura's diminished. I might even switch it to sharpshooter after. We'll see how I'm feeling. That was a slightly longer kill, but the plastic arrows strike again, and we get ourselves herbs. Not too bad. There we are. That was a much nicer and smoother kill, and what is the drop? More brews and restores, as expected. That is kill number 8. So, more brews and restores, oh my lord. Oh, the DPS is real, absolutely amazing, and we get Dragon Stones, woohoo! Oh my lord, the splashes on Zaros right there were just unbelievable. All that for Torstal Seeds, okay! Coming in with the final kill, done 11 or 12 kills, and we get, of course, rare drop table. So, still no item from the Pernix Close, which I got in the last episode, which was an item that ended in another ridiculous dry streak, so hopefully we don't go the same amount dry as we did last time, but obviously can't complain. I've made a very nice sum from Nex in total, so yeah. Alright, I'm really motivated to PVM. I've just done an hour at Nex, as seen with the Marar aura. Now I'm moving straight onto a Rexor with the Brawler aura, so I've got a good feeling about it, and as you can see, the feeling is paying off. So 250 Onyx Bolts and 15 brews to begin with, that is lovely. Oh my lord, Nihil at Araxor is just amazing. I don't know, I can just do it without really thinking about it anymore, which is great. And the second kill then is Mage Seeds, so Onyx Bolts, Mage Seeds, I can't complain so far. Another kill down, lovely stuff. So we had Onyx Bolts, Mage Logs. Can we have Onyxes now, please? Ooh, more Mage Seeds. So that is 13 in 2 kills, not too bad. Hey, kill number 4. So we've had Onyxes, Magic Seeds. I think I said Magic Logs in the last clip. But yeah, I have had back-to-back Magic Seeds. So yeah, drop then. Hey, Sonic Scales and Brews. 4 drops, 4 decent loots. Sort of getting a little bit more technical now, but I'm still doing fine. So, can we keep up this streak of decent loots? Well, we're going to find out. It's a nice loot, in a sense we get brews and cash, but as they always say, cash drops are pet chance. So let's go for the pet chance, and a 373, damn it. That was a much easier kill. I don't know why, I was using Debilitate much more, so that probably helped a bunch. So that is kill number 6 with a Nihil. Haven't reset my Enrage just yet, because I'm not that, I'm still confident, so I can still do more. And a Trisk Fragment, pet chance again. Oh my god. Ooh, kind of close to dying on that one. Sort of like one ticked a food and a brew eat, so that's kind of saved me. And the loot then, Mage Logs, not bad. Hey, 7th kill, I think, within the 1 hour aura. I think that's 7 or number 8. I think that might be number 8 actually. And the loot then, Onyxes, perfect way to end this 1 hour session at Araxor. Perfect, 97 banked, 3 more to go. Right then, so I finally finished that cow fight task at Cow Fight King, and I got ourselves, well, it's currently the Slayer and bossing weekend, so Slayer tasks now give 50% bonus XP, which doesn't really benefit me too much. Also, charms drop an extra charm per drop, which also doesn't benefit me too much, but what I'm aiming for is another cow fight task if I can get one for my defender, because I still have yet to get the cow fight defender. But whilst I was going through selecting tasks, I got myself 81 Calgarian Demons. So this is a good task because I need to get another Onyx. If I get one more Onyx, that will round myself up to 100, because I did recently do 2 kilns, which I didn't really bother showing because, you know, kilns are kilns at the end of the day. I'm only going to select an Onyx, so yeah. Also, I am trying to get another Calfight task to see if I can, you know, return to Calfight King and maybe get my Defender one day, but yeah, I doubt it'll happen anytime soon anyway. So yeah, for now I've got 81 of these to kill. Hopefully I can get a title in the process as well, so that'll knock off another title. I think I'll be 4 out of 5. And then yeah, I'll get one more title after that, and that trim wreck will be done, so that'll be awesome. So it's been done. An Onyx drop, that makes it to 100 Onyxes. Finally. And a second Onyx, so Onyx number 101, so that is looking perfect. And there we have the task complete. Went pretty quick, to be honest with you. Got ourselves 2 Onyxes in the process, which is nice. So 101 in the bank, pretty sweet. I'm going to try and get another task now, and hopefully it can be a Calfight one for Calfight King. So trying to just get ourselves a Calfight task, and we get ourselves another Calgarian Demon task, which we are going to do, obviously. So I need to check off 2 titles, and then that is that requirement done for the Trim Comp Cape. But we'll see if we get any more Onyxes in the process. It would be nice. So that is the back-to-back Calgarian Demon task done. Didn't get any Onyxes this time, but we got ourselves 2 Dragon Medhounds, which isn't too bad. So we're going to go back to Morvaran. We're going to try and get ourselves a Calfight task, because I do want to end off this series by getting myself the Calfight Defender, which I'm still yet to get. So hopefully we can pull it off and get a Calfight task. Alright, so I was using so many points trying to skip tasks at Morvaran to get ourselves a Calfight task. So then I had a brainwave and thought, why don't I just go to the Desert Slayer Master, because they're guaranteed to almost assign Calfight straight away, and within 1 task skip I get Calfight. So 151, I'm going to probably extend it as well, and we're going to get our arses to Calfight King. So we completed the Slayer task. I might grab another one, I'm not really quite sure yet. Still trying to get this Defender, no luck yet. I'm over 100 dry, so yeah, I'm going to pop to Simona in Polovinch to grab another Calfight task. We got ourselves UC'd and a bunch of herbs there. My teammates died, so I'm going to quickly grab another task and then carry on doing another session. Oh, we got an effigy. Oh man. Oh, I got the Defender as well. Got the Defender in the same drop. Yep, got this Defender in the same drop. Yes. All right then. So finally, we got ourselves the perfect chitin that we needed to make the Calfight Defender after going 3 Calfight tasks dry at Calfight King. Obviously, minions included. I haven't done sort of like 1,000 or hundreds of boss kills. I've gone, I think, 150 boss kills, maybe a little bit less. You know, before getting this Defender, so I haven't gone too dry. I've gone obviously over the drop rate in 1 in 50, but I've gone dry to a certain amount where I can't really complain about it. So then, to make this, you need to use an offhand Drygore onto the perfect chitin, which we are going to do now. If we just combine it, then we are obviously going to make the melee version with an offhand Drygore mace, and there we have it. All 3 Defender types, or all 3 new Defender types. We have a look at them in respective ways. So there's the Barrows one, looks quite nice there, along with the Ancient one, which looks a little bit more beefier, and then finally the Calfight one, which just looks like a mini offhand longsword, which looks pretty nice. So yeah, that is all Defenders done, and now we can head over now to the price check of this episode, which I'm sure you are all looking forward to. Okay, so here we are at the well yet again for the 20th time, and we're going to go through the beasts straight away. So if we open up the quest log and I go into the beasts, boss kills 20,099 in total. I finished Barrows, I got that to 100. Obviously getting the Defender helped a bunch, gave me a bit of motivation to do Barrows and finish the 100 kills required for final boss if I ever do decide to go for it. General Grador, we did a General Grador trip, it's a trip at Bandos. I think we got a few items, but we are just a few kills from that 1000 KC and the first pet threshold, which obviously I'll get down if we end up doing another episode, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So, scrolling down a little bit more, another thing that's changed a lot is Calfight King, trying to get this Calfight Defender. I did go through a good 3 Calfight tasks trying to get this, and that has boosted the KC up quite nicely. I think the first threshold is at 400, so yeah, we're coming to 400 kills quite nicely, which is always good. And nothing else really has changed. I've done a few next kills, almost at 600 now, which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is the similar or the same, almost at 450 Araxi kills, which is very nice. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the boss kills. I may as well show the Slayer creature kills as well. Almost 63.5k, which isn't too bad. So yeah, I'm only going to quickly go through them. There's no point really focusing too much on them. And then if we go into the bank then and have a look at this tab. So here is the tab currently. I do need to get 2 more Triskelion fragments to finish 20 Triskelion keys, which I'll do a video from them when I do have all 20 keys banked. And then just general, it is always the same. Almost 28k Onyx Bolts, which is a very nice amount. 101 Uncut Onyxes, which is awesome, it looks great there as well. Cannonballs stay the same as usual. Dragon Hides, Green D-Hide almost 20k, 18.6k, which is lovely. And then if we scroll down to where the main items are hiding, then we can have a look at these. So we've had another Drygor added to here, an offhand longsword as well as an offhand Drygor rapier. So all my personal Drygor drops have been offhands. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm not going to complain because they are actually a nice amount currently, because of obviously the offhands required to make the defender, which is always good. So I think we got another pheromone as well, so 7 pheromones now, which is awesome. We obviously got the middle leg piece, which I'm probably not going to be finishing a leg anytime soon, so that'll be carried over to my next series, which I'm going to be planning on doing about all the boss pets and creating a tab. So that will probably collect dust for quite some time until I decide to do Araxi for the base pet and for Barry and Mallory. But yeah, I'll speak about that in another time. I've probably even spoken about that in my last video, to be honest with you, but yeah. So what we're going to do now, obviously with it being our 20th episode, every 5 episodes we price check this tab, and I'm going to start cracking on with it now. So I'll be back with the first inventory, and we'll be giving it a cheeky price check. Right then, so here is the first inventory. The majority is obviously farming, herbs and miscellaneous loot from Corp. So let's pop it all in here, and 260.1 mil, which is lovely. 28 mil in palms, 48 mil in mage seeds, can't go wrong. 8 mil in news, that is looking lovely. And then quite a lot in herbs as well. 33 mil in Grammy Aventos, that is quite ridiculous. And scrolling down, 23 mil in Rocktails, which is quite stupendous, to be honest with you. And then the other items don't really add up, but you know, they all are always handy picking up. 11 mil in Hydrix Bolt Tips, and the majority is from Araxor, so that is awesome. 10 mil in Onyx Bolt Tips, which is another awesome drop. And yeah, that's the first inventory, 260.1 mil, lovely. Alright, so I already have a feeling this inventory is going to be quite a big one, because we have 28k Onyx Bolts, 101 Onyxes, no more talking, let's crack on with it, smack it all in there, and 694 mil. Oh my lord, that is just amazing. We have 231 mil in Onyx Bolts, 181 mil in Onyx Gems, which is unbelievable. 15 mil in Uncut Dragonstones, 40 mil in Green D-Hide, that is just absolutely crazy. 35 mil on Cannonballs, 22 mil in Rune Plate Bodies. Jesus, that is lovely. So 694 mil to add to my calculator, lovely. So inventory number 3, I've left one square free because I like to keep it all uniform in what I withdraw out next. So yeah, I'm weird like that, so don't judge me too much. So if we pop it all into the price checker, Runor is the majority of this tab, to be honest. 110 mil in just Runor alone, brings a total to 230 mil. Got some dragon items in here as well. We've got dragon limbs somewhere, I think. Yeah, 11 mil, 11.6 mil in D limbs, that's very nice. And then the majority is Barrows items. I did have 4 in this episode, 4 items before I got my defender. So my defender took 12 kills and I got 4 Barrows items, which, yeah, that's kind of lucky. Obviously, you can't trade the raid currency, but I've took that out to keep the tab uniform, and so I don't have to alter my tab when I rebank it all. So yeah, 230.4 mil to add, which is amazing. Alright, so this is my energies, Corp Blue, QBD loot and the start of the God Wars loot in this tab here, or in this inventory. So quite a lot in energies, to be honest. I'm quite surprised about that. 20 mil in Malevolent from Rise of the 6. I haven't really done much of that, so yeah, that's awesome. 82 mil in Tectonic energies. I did do a lot of Virago at the start, or some kills anyway. But yeah, the majority of this loot in this tab is soloed. I'd say a good 90% of it is soloed, and 10% is with group bossing. So yeah, that is not too bad, to be honest. I know you could make what I have made so much quicker if you just camped Virago, but I like a change of scenery, I like to change it up a little bit. So yeah. 47 mil in Vinx scales, 47 mil in blood necklaces. I'm still quite surprised they're still holding their price out at 8 mil, which is nice. Obviously, when I was going for 200 mil Slayer, they were 20 mil. So yeah, the price difference has been quite substantial, but you know, they're holding out there. That's very nice. 3 arcane Sigils, which is at 24.2 mil, which is nice. QBD loot doesn't really add up to much, it's just consistent GP. And then if we scroll down to the God Wars items, Armadillo boots, 4.3 mil. This was obviously going for my Armadillo pet, or the method that I was using for 200 mil range, but I got the pet instead. And then we obviously have the Bandos loot starting at the bottom, which comes to a total of 214.9 mil for that inventory. Right then, so here we go with the last two more inventories, I think, and we'll be done. Or maybe even we'll do it in this one. So what I've done is the current price of a leg is 131 point, say call it 132 mil. A scythe currently is around 140 mil, so we've got 3 spider legs. I've noted one of them, obviously because I haven't got another weapon piece, but we're going to currently make 2 scythes. So let us quickly crack on with this. So if we create 2 Nox scythes, we'll theoretically profit a little bit. So that's what we have done. We have 3 inventory spaces free for 3 more items, which I'm going to grab out of the bank right now, and then we'll price check it. So I've managed to squeeze everything out that was remaining for the price check out of the bank and into this one last inventory. So this is going to be the biggest inventory of all. This contains remaining of the God Wars, Calfight King, Rise of the 6th, Araxor, you know, Ascension bosses, and then next. So yeah, this is going to be a big one basically. So if we just open up the price checker, smack it all in there, 1.1 bill in this remaining tab. And that is 272 mil in scythes, 131 mil with the spider leg, and then we've got the Ascension bows there, which come up to almost 400 mil with all 4 of them, 7 pheromones, and then if we scroll down to the next items, 40 mil in Torva boots, 27 mil with the Zarite bow. I did get this at 44 mil, so it has dropped quite a lot since then, but never mind. 42 mil in Pernix bodies, 41 mil in Torva legs, 31 mil in Torva plate bodies. That is just absolutely ridiculous. So as seen on screen is the final total of my current tab. It is obviously all at base G value, so prices will possibly be higher or lower depending on demand in the GE and you know how much patience I do have in selling it. So if we go into the tab, then I think it contains 144 items. So as you can see, my bank space is running very low down there. I've had to decant a load of potions just to fit the remaining items in here and to free up a little bit of bank space. But anyway, the figure, total figure, the accurate figure, all at GE price will be on screen right now. Which is 2.5 bill, 2.533 bill, which, you know, congratulations to whoever was closest in guessing that. Now probably this is going to be the end of this series. Obviously I still have one more episode to do, and that will be selling this tab, but I don't know, I might do a little bit more PVM before I do sell it, but we'll see. So that is going to be it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this series. I'm going to probably end it off here saying a big thank you for all the support that obviously you guys have given me while watching it. Thank you to all my friends that have helped me with the group bosses such as Rise of the 6th, Calfight King, duoing next with this noob here, Bubby, the majority of the time, which was great fun, even though we went really dry in some stages. But yeah, I've had a wonderful time making this series. It's made my channel grow, I've had fun doing it, and obviously I've created a nice amount of GP on the side. So yeah, it's going to be a farewell from me, guys. Can we aim for 9 likes on this video? 9 is my favourite number, so 9 likes will be absolutely amazing. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end it off here. Thank you very much for watching, thanks for the support, it's been amazing as always, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace.